Striker Scorpion 82 is now sponsored by Warhammer Combat Cards, a card battle game featuring your favourite Citadel miniatures from the 40k universe. Build your army decks, dominate opponents in player versus player action, collect and upgrade cards to fit your strategy, improve their power and unlock unique traits. Choose from all 40k factions, take part in campaigns based on iconic 40k battles, rise to the top of the leaderboard and win glory. Free to download and play, link is in the video description below or on the channel homepage, and by using the unique link it helps support the channel. Thanks and enjoy the game. Right, welcome to another episode of Warhammer 40,000. It's 2000 points, Necrons versus Adeptus Mechanicus. Right, so welcome to this 2000 points game, Adeptus Mechanicus versus Necrons. This is going to be a warm-up battle here, just to get the AdMech back into the season here. I'll let Aaron Allen take command of them. They reckon he's going to run those through the season here, so 3 games, and then into the knockout stage if the AdMech are able to make it that far. But we'll go for a warm-up game here against the Necrons just to see how well the AdMech do. So very much looking forward to this encounter. We'll see if the AdMech guns, they've got a knight as well, so we'll see how well they do against the Necrons here, who are performing very strong at the moment. Just mentioned the patrons at gold level. They get a shout out at the start of all of our battle reports. That's Andrew Swan, Bob Longboy, Chris Heem, Frank Vivecki, Longbow BB, Lucas Becker, Luke Schwengel, Marcus Anthony, Michael Fryer, Nathan Scrizuti, Nicholas Lucas, Paul Cook, Ray Cross and Will Wright. So big thanks to them for their support at gold level. All the gold level patrons get a dice to be used at some point during the game as well. And then there's silver level. They'll get the names shouted out at the end of this game, and then for the full list of all the names, including those at bronze level, you can check out the end credits of the video. So the Patreon page has been set up. It supports my local Wargames Club, SSWG. So a big thank you to all those that are supporting through the Patreon page. So the Necron list here, it's a battalion detachment plus a patrol, just to get in the extra HQs that I wanted. 2 extra relics been taken as well. And then I've played Hand of the Pharaon, and I've put it onto Tamin Ra this time on the Catacomb Command Barge, just to keep the hierarchy correct here. So that grants the My Will Be Done ability twice on him, so he can bless 2 units, give them +1 to their hit rolls. That leaves the Necrons with 6 command points left here at the start of the game. HQ choices then. I've gone for Mefrit Dynasty as well, so that's Solar Fury is the ability. At half range it's an extra AP -1, if units of their firepower, and +3 inches to the range as well. So for example, Gore's Flayers, range 27 instead of range 24. HQ choices, I've got the Warden here. Conduit of Stars Relic, it's just an improved shooting weapon for him. Then an Overlord here, Ramses, giving him a regular tachyon arrow. And then Relic, Veil of Darkness, so himself and another unit nearby, an infantry unit, are able to jump at some point during the game. Then the Catacomb Command Barge, it's Tamin Ra himself. He is the warlord for this force. Merciless Tyrant is his warlord trait, so +1 attack and +1 strength. And then I knew something was missing from this list. Just had to run and get him off of the painting desk. Just put in some finishing touches to Illuminor Xerus. He's the 4th HQ choice here for this Necron list. So that's the HQs running across there, 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Then for troops choices, Immortals. Previously it was a unit of 5, but now it's merged into a unit of 10. Then taking 2 units of 20 Necron Warriors. I've split those Gauls Flayers, 10 of them at the back, and then the Gauls Reapers at the front, 10 of those in each squad. Then moving on to Elite's choices, there's the 6 Scorpec Destroyers, taking a Plasma Sight for them as well. Then I've also taken, freshly painted up here, it's the Hexmark Destroyer as an Elite's choice, and I've given him Relic's Gauntlet of the Conflagrator for him, so an extra shooting weapon, the ability to cause mortal wounds if 6s are rolled. And then for fast attack, 6 Tomb Blades, 5+ Invuln saves granted to them, Shield Veins as well, which gives them a 3+ armor save, and Particle Beamers is their shooting weapon. And then finally, for heavy support, 2 Canoptic Doomstalkers here, these tall gun platforms, 2 of those being taken for heavy support. That's the Necron list. It has performed well so far. So you can check out the league on the Plus channel. It'll give you all the scores so far, but Necrons have been performing quite strongly. But it's a warm-up game for them here. We reckon it'd be a good idea to pit the Admech against one of the tougher armies to see how well they do. That's the Necron list. We'll take a look now and see what the Admech have in their force. Alright, so 2,000 points of Adeptus Mechanicus. Just going to throw them against the Necrons here to see how well they're doing. It's a warm-up game here. Chance for the Admech to break into our Season 9 battle reports. Aaron Allen's going to take command. The plan is I'm offloading some of the Imperial armies to Aaron. So he's run the Space Wolves. I reckon we're going to give him the Imperial Knights as well. And also the Adeptus Mechanicus, if he's up for it. He can guide them through their first 3 games, and then if he makes progress, he can lead them through potentially to the grand final here. So Aaron does enjoy using the Adeptus Mechanicus, and I'm sure he'll be happy enough to take on the Necrons in this fight. So running the Admech as Mars, that will be the Forge World. Running Belisarius Call just here, it's a battalion detachment, and then a spearhead or super heavy auxiliary detachment to fit in the Knight. So 9 command points available. So Belisarius Call first of all. Then Tech Priest Dominus here on the right hand side, giving him the Omnisign Axe, Macro Stubber and Eradication Ray. Then Tech Priest Engines here as well. Just here, that's the 3rd HQ choice. Then on to troops. A unit of 6 of the Breachers with their heavy arc rifles and the hydraulic claw for those. 2 units of Rangers, it's sniper teams here, so 2 units of 5. Inside each of those squads is 2 transonic arquebus weapons, and the rest are equipped with the galvanic rifles. And then finally, just to make up the points here, a unit of 5 Rangers, and there's an arc rifle in that squad. The rest are equipped with the galvanic rifles. Fast attacks, 2 separate units of Dragoons with their Taser Lances, so 2 units of 1. Right, then on to Elites, a unit of Ruststalkers, just here, the Transonic Razors and Cord Claws, unit of 10. Then 10 Infiltrators with their Flechette Blasters and Taser Goads. Then heavy support, 3 of the Onager Dreamcrawlers, all equipped with their Icarus arrays for their firepower. And then finally, it's the Imperial Knight. The idea of this list here is that the Admech are working together and protecting the Knights. That's the theme for this army. It is a Knight Gallant. So Reaper Chainsword, the Thermal Cannon weapon, and then the Storm Spear Rocket Pod on top as well. And then a Melter Gun shooting weapon as well for the Knight. So that's the list here of the Adeptus Mechanicus. It's fascinating. It'll be interesting to see how well they do against the Necrons. So that's the list here of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Just to mention here, the relics, it's the Omniscient Mask. It's been granted to the Tech Priest Dominus. So that's reroll hit rolls in close combat for Skitarii units within 6 inches. And then also his Warlord trait is Necromechanic. So when he restores wounds, it's an extra 1 wound being added to the score. So for example, D3 plus wounds being restored to vehicles and units that he is repairing, just to give him a bit of a boost with his repairs. That's the list here for the Adeptus Mechanicus. We'll take a look now at scenario and deployment now for this battle. Alright, so we have a scenario here. It's from Grand Tournament 2020, Strike Force size games. The scouring we've gone for, so deployment zone looks something like this. We're going to play from end to end here in this fight. Aaron is in this deployment zone here, marked by the red dice, and then the Necrons will be in this deployment zone here, marked by the orange dice. So there's 5 objective markers on the board. There's one dead centre of the table, just marked here, then 2 close to Aaron's deployment zone, sort of towards the tip of each of the corners of his deployment zone here. So one here, just outside the ruin, then one across the other side, and then for the Necrons, we're both happy to have that one just over there in that ruin, and then one just here for the Necrons just close towards their deployment zone. So 5 objective markers. Primary objectives then, the control of 2 or more objective markers at the start of the command phase is worth 5 points. Then another 5 points if 3 or more are controlled, and then if you control more than the opponent, it's worth another 5 points on top of that. There is a secondary here, strategic scan. It involves clearing objective, then at the start of the movement phase, or at the end of the movement phase, you're then able to perform an action, and then you pick up the points at the end of the turn or at the end of the battle. But we'll go on to choice of secondaries next here for this mission. Both sides will choose 3. So Necrons for secondaries have gone for Purge the Vermin, the usual one. So that's the clearance of table quarters. 2 points available for each table quarter that's cleared. And then while we stand, we fight. So it's trying to keep the 3 most expensive units alive until the end of the game. For Necrons, that's going to be the Scorpec Destroyers and the 2 units of Necron Warriors. So each worth 5 points each if those can survive to the end of the battle. And then I think for the first time, we've gone for Titan Hunter. Aaron has the Imperial Knight, a Titanic unit. If we can destroy it during the game, it's worth 10 points to the Necrons here in this fight. So Aaron just finishing off choosing his secondaries here. Just going to mention the objective markers. So the limited edition markers here, the coins that we've had produced just for 10 years of Striking Scorpion 82. So you get the coin design here, the Scorpion's head, Striking Scorpion 82, established in 2011. And then on the flip side of the coin, you can use them as objective markers. They're 40mm wide, so perfect for your games of 40k. They're available on the Etsy store, shipping worldwide. There's a few of those still available if you want them for your own games of 40k, or just the one coin as a collectible from the channel. Then also available is the acrylic objective markers, packs of 6 for those. That's another option. And then in with the orders, there's the stickers. If you go for the pack of 6 of these, then we throw in 2 of the stickers, and then the packs of 6 of these, we put 1 sticker in with the order as well. Okay, so secondaries for Aaron, grind them down so he needs to destroy more units than the Necrons can each turn to pick up points for that. Engage in all fronts, that's the control of table quarters, and then assassinate as well, which makes sense. Necrons have 5 characters. Yes, we do. No, the Hexmark destroys a character as well, so Aaron could max out on that secondary also. That secondary is chosen for the battle. We'll go on to deployment now, start alternating placing units on the board. Just to mention the battle mat and terrain that we're using in this game. So the battle mat is from gamemat.eu. One of the first battle mats that they did fits in perfectly here with this Gothic Ruins terrain. That's from them also. Just simply put the terrain on the board, add in some boxes and barrels, and then some stones and scatter just to blend the whole thing in. But you can check out gamemat.eu. The link's in the video description below for your supplies of battle mats and also pre-painted terrain sets from them as well. Okay, so deployment's it's almost complete here. Aaron's placing his last unit on the board. So Necrons are finished. Hexmark Destroyer has gone into reserve. And then Necrons, the 2 units at the front, as per usual, it's the Necron Warriors. So unit of 20 strong along here, 2 ranks deep. They're going to have to take the brunt of the AdMech firepower here, we think, as they shield other units and characters. Then already inside the ruin, there is the second unit of Necron Warriors. Then behind this obscuring terrain here is the Immortals, Illuminor Xerus. Conscious that Aaron has these nasty snipers on the board, we've hidden some of our characters behind here as well. So the Warden is next to Illuminor Xerus. Behind them is the Tomb Blades sheltering behind this terrain. Also the 2 Canoptic Doomstalkers. I was going to place them here, but if Aaron goes first, he may well blow them off the board in one volley. So we've tucked them behind here, getting ready to move out. They're monsters, so you reckon there's no minus to the hit rolls when they move. And then Scorpec destroys with the plasma sight at the back, just to perform guard duty for now, until the Necrons are able to move up the table. Just saying about this scenario here, there is a fair bit of ground for the Necrons to cover, where they can reach sort of medium range with their weapons, so that's to the AdMech. It's to their advantage here. Aaron would be happy to lay down a blanket of long-range firepower into the Necrons as they push forwards. And for 9th edition games, you can't hang back. We've got to advance. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of progress the Necrons can make up the board and what kind of casualties come through. Temembrar just behind the unit of Necron warriors, and then next to him to his left-hand side, I was going to say his right-hand man, but it's to his left-hand side, Ramses next to him just there. AdMech deployment, quite intimidating here. The Imperial Knight in the centre and at the front. Just behind him is the Tech Priest Engine Seer, and then these Onaga Dune Crawlers. These here may well cause a fair bit of trouble here for the Necrons. Behind them is Belisarius Call, 3 of those lined up there. Sniper team inside the ruin. The Ruststalkers on the extreme left-hand flank. Then around the other side of the board, the other sniper team's on top of the ruin. Breachers here in the middle. Tech Priest Dominus just behind them. 2 separate units here, but next to each other it's the Dragoons and then the small squad of Rangers getting ready to move up as well. Now we're saying the Necrons have to push forwards, so too do the AdMech. They can't hang back for the whole game, so both sides are going to have to push forwards here in this fight. So I was going to say ready to go, but there is one other thing to say. That's the Ruststalkers. No. Infiltrators, they're in reserve. They're just over there. So they're going to deep strike in turn 2 onwards. That's the ace in Aaron's back pocket here for the Adeptus Mechanicus. I think this is going to be it's very hard to call this one. I think AdMech are going to put up a very good fight and could dominate the board with their firepower. Remember, they do have an Imperial Knight at their disposal as well. Both sides are raring to go. It's great to see the Adeptus Mechanicus back in action. This is a warm-up game for them, and hopefully we'll see them smash into the league here and try and make progress. They did well last year, but just not quite enough to make it through. But great to see the AdMech making progress. Point for conversation this game as you watch the AdMech play. There's a lot of new units that Games Workshop have produced for them, so think about those new units. Is there a slot for any of those new units in the AdMech army? So leave your comments and suggestions. But we're all up here. I'm Xenos Scum, so I roll first. It is a 6. Necrons eager to go. And it's a 1 rolled by the AdMech, so Necrons will go first. There's no choice involved. Turn 1, we'll go to Temerar's Legion here. Turn 1 for the Necrons coming up next. So we're on turn 1 here for the Necrons. Just to mention at this point the protocol. So we've revealed this one here on turn 1, Protocol of the Eternal Guardian. So that one is the When we get light cover, it's not really going to be too relevant here. It's just a bit of protection for the Necrons if they end up going second here. It's not too relevant for them here because they'll be going first, and I think pretty much all the units are going to be making a move here, so they'll not get the benefit of light cover with the Necrons going first. Canticles are rolled up at the start of the battle round as well. Aaron has rolled.
Yeah, so I rolled a 5, which I changed to a 4 Shrouds now.
Yes, Aaron's getting light cover.
And then I've got the Mars specific one, which is Panegyric Procession.
Yes.
Which is +1 strength for heavy weapons.
Yeah, so all the heavy weapons are on +1 strength. Very, very useful, especially for these. And Aaron's getting that rule from the Engine War book with the extra rules for the AdMech. So we'll let Necrons make their moves here. We'll do the command phase and then we'll get them moving. Right, let's move the Necrons here on turn 1. This unit's been blessed by Tem Ra. Let's just put a little marker next to them to represent that. They've moved 6 inches. That's with the help of Ramses nearby, or the Warden, just granting an extra inch to their movement. Behind them, out in the open here, so may well be shot at, but it's Tem Ra, just behind the Necron Warriors. Luminor Xeris has moved out as well. Now, he has augmented the Tomb Blades. It's given them +1 toughness was the random result, so up to toughness 6 with them. And I've tucked them at the back. They're out of range. I could try and swing them round and try and get some early shots off with them, but I'm going to try and keep them for later on in the game. They're useful if they can survive the first few turns, and then when things quiet down a little bit, move them out to use their firepower. I have swung around one of the Canoptic Doomstalkers, so I swung out 10 inches, so quite quick. Luminor Xeris moving out into the open here as well. And then pushing through the ruin here, Necron Warriors moving through, and then also the Immortals moving up just behind them. Then rolled a 5 for the advance of these. They've swung around nice and quickly. So Scorpec Destroyers, again, trying to use this terrain to try and block shots coming in against them. Little Plasma Sight doing his best to keep up. And then one of the Canoptic Doomstalkers swinging around 10 inches in this direction as well. That's movement done for the Necrons here. Just tucked in the ruins is, in the shadows there, is the Warden, and then Ramses as well. So just to mention the terrain, so we're playing this as obscuring here, light cover, ruins. The same with all of these around the board. There's a few obstacles, this one just tucked in there, so the usual rules for that, and then a cluster of the Munitorum armoured containers, the usual rules for that. So they're scalable. Light cover for infantry, beasts and swarm within 3 inches if they're at the right side of it, and then exposed position on top, so you not receive the benefits of cover for units on top of those containers. Necron movement complete. Command phase as well. Necron Warriors receive +1 to the hit rolls, and so too did the Immortals as well. That benefit coming from Ramses. Movement done. Shooting phase next. Okay, we're going to start off with the Necron Warriors. It's just going to be 10 shots from them with the Gauze Flares. Going to go into the Knight. We have played Talent for Annihilation. I may as well use that, try and score some mortal wounds. 2s for hits because they've been blessed. So they're all hit except 1. And then it's Strength 4, Toughness 8. So 6s for wounds. Any 6s we get, though, will be mortal wounds. There's 2 6s, great. Okay, so 2 saves at -1. So that will be 4 ups. 1 goes through, and then the 2 mortal wounds as well. So 3 wounds taken on the Knight here as the Necrons start their grinding process against that Titanic unit. We'll do Tem Ra. He's going to fire his Gauze Cannon into the Knight as well. Just trying to get a good few wounds here if we can, because conscious that Aaron can restore wounds onto this thing. So trying to get our hits, which we do. It's going to be 5s for wounds though. Strength 6, toughness 8. And there's a wound. -3, so Aaron will take his shield here. It's Invon save. Yeah, it's a 4+ here. Rotate Iron Shields has been played. No, so it's going to be damage D3. Unless Aaron wants to command reroll. He's got 9 command points available. I do have a few D6 damage weapons lurking around. Just going to let it go. D3 damage. We'll save the patrons. They are conscious in my mind, but we'll save it for something bigger. It is 3. Okay, so another 3 wounds caused, dropping down to 18. Unexpected amount of damage coming through here against the Knight. It's a good start from the Necrons. I think we'll try and keep the ball rolling here. Canoptic Doomstalker. Now this is the hit and miss unit. it could be scary here for the Knight if it does well. And I think now is the time for some Patronic help. So I'll go here. So there's a lot to use. I'll go for wheel right first of all. The only problem is we're using Imperial Fist dice. 4. All right, well done. Thanks, Paul. Right, that's excellent. 4s for hits. Oh, this is the problem. We'll try and wound. It is a 3+ to wound. Okay, we'll roll up here. It's gone under the Tem and Ra. It's a 5. It's wounded. Again, it's a -3, so Aaron can take a 4+ invuln save. Now, this is the command reroll he may want to use if he doesn't block, but he has, so D6 damage blocked. Luminor Xeris, same target. It's going to go after the knight. D3 shots first of all. 3 shots. Very good. 3s for hits. God, no, we'll leave that one. And then it's going to be... It's the Eldritch Lance. I'm just going to check it. I think it's Strength 8 here. Yeah, Strength 8. 4s to wound. We'll just roll up here. No, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to use Michael Fry. Now, he's owed an extra dice. So I've got 2 dice for him. So I'll roll both. 1 makes it through. I'm mightily tempted to command reroll that one. I think I will. I'd love that to go through. So we'll see if Michael can get us the 2. Oh! Okay, just the 1. Now another invuln save to make here, 4+.
Nope.
Failed. So now the command reroll?
Yep.
Okay. Patronic help?
I think so.
We're burning through these quite quick. That's Andrew Swan. Yes, here it comes. No. D6 damage. 5. Dropping down to 13 wounds left on the knight. Significant damage coming through. Good work from the Necrons here. The knight taking some serious damage at this point in the game. Just checking. Dragoons, I think they have Incense Cloud. Yeah, it's -1 to hit them. I'm going to put 10 Necron Warriors into them. Just switching to firepower across the other side of the board. So 3s for hits because they've been blessed. Okay. 5s to wound. 2 wounds come through at -1.
-1.
Something going to be a...
Goes back to a 4 up because of Shroud Sam.
Yes, of course, light cover, yep.
2 was it?
Yes.
Okay, make 1 feel 1.
Okay, just a wound caused. Nothing too scary. Take Priest Dominus is nearby. Going to do... he's in there, he's through that window. This is the Warden. He is in range, and he's going to fire at the sniper team. He's going to send off some shots towards them. So 3s for hits. Yes. It's going to be 2s to wound. It looks terrible. Actually, 2 have made it through. -2.
Which becomes -1.
Yes.
So 5s.
5s, yeah. Blocked 1. So just one of the rangers will be removed, but they act as a bodyguard here to protect the Transtronic Arquebus sniper weapons. So that was the Necron Warriors firing here, picking off a wound. Necron Immortals, range 33 with their Gauze Blasters. They're in range of these. I'm going to try and pick on this unit here. They've been blessed, so 2s. Okay. And then 3s to win it. Strength 5, Toughness 3. So we're not going to wipe the unit out for sure. -2 though, so Aaron can take 6+. +1, 5+. Yeah, 4 dice at 5+. Block 2, well done. Okay, so 2 models slain. Okay, so around the corner, just sneaking around there, you can see his spindly leg. It is the other Canoptic Doomstalker sneaking about. You can see the Imperial Knight. Now, this is quite important. Imperial Knight stands on 13 wounds. So I will call upon Marcus Anthony here for the number of shots. Okay, note to self, Marcus will not use him for number of shots, might be better at something else. Oh, that's tragic. We'll see if we can get a hit though. No, we don't. Oh, they are very hit and miss, the Canoptic Doomstalker. Sometimes their firepower is incredible, other times, as we've seen, it can let you down. Shooting phase is finished for the Necrons. Obviously no charges to take place. No points being picked up for secondaries or primaries. So the turn will end here. But damage coming through against the Imperial Knights. Half destroyed. So Necrons will be happy enough with that. A few casualties here and there. It's a bit of morale for Aaron to resolve. I don't think that's going to cause a problem. The turn comes to an end for the Necrons. They've sent out as much firepower as they can. There could be twice as much coming back in their direction. but we'll see what happens. We'll go on to turn 1 now with the Adeptus Mechanicus. Alright, so movement here. Not everything's moved. Aaron's holding at the back here with these. The Iron June Crawlers, easily in range, 48 of them. So brilliant range on those, ready to let loose with some firepower. Belisarius Crawler just near them. Snipers remaining where they are. Snipers on top remaining where they are as well. This was Aaron's plan, deploying these at the tip of the corner and then swinging them around behind the obscuring terrain. So that's the Ruststalkers, and they've now claimed that objective on that left-hand side. The Knight, it is quick across the board. It's gone straight towards the Necron gun line here. So its next turn, if it survives, it will be in range to charge, no problem at all. In fact,
it's already, it's a 9-inch charge where it is.
It's a 9-inch charge. Right, okay, brace for impact then, potentially. Little Tech Priest engines here, running as fast as little legs can carry him, and he's managed to restore a wound as well. So up to 14 wounds now on the Knight. Then round on this flank, the Dragoons have moved forwards. Now, you haven't advanced with those. No one move with them. Breachers have pushed forwards as well. Yeah, the smaller squad here removed that brow. They're fine. They passed at the end of the Necron turn. And then Tech Priest Dominus has moved forwards and has taken the wound that was caused on the Dragoon. So movement done. The Adeptus Mechanicus, elements of their force going aggressive here against the Necrons. And then tactically for 9th edition, if Aaron can keep the Necrons back, then he'll be able to pick up the points and keep them flowing in for primary objectives. But movement is complete. There's no psychic phase here for either side. I love this combination though. Necrons, Adeptus Mechanicus, a real classic. We've played this one a few times down through the different seasons here, so a bit of a grudge between these two sides. And in the lore as well, Necrons quite often fighting against the Adeptus Mechanicus as well. A bit of a Forgebane reunion here. And Aaron using the Forgebane dice actually from the box set. We're going to shooting phase now. Chance for the Admech to let rip with their firepower. Right, Aaron's checked for range here. Galvanic rifles are out of range, but 2 transonic arquebus weapons are in range. And he's targeting the Warden. You can be seen through this window here. Now, this is trouble for the Warden, if Aaron is successful here. Just going to leave it. 3's to wound with toughness 5, but it's strength 6. So the wound comes through. -2. So I think we're going to take a 4-up save, because we're on +1 for cover. 2 up, and then 3 up, 4 up for -2. So we're going to take a 4+ save. Here it comes. 6. Passed. The Warden's deflected that shot with his armour. Yes, okay. So this squad here can't see the Warden, thankfully. So they're going to go after Illuminor Xerus. 2 shots. 2 hits. Okay. And it's 4s to wound him. Yeah, toughness 6. No, toughness saves him. Okay, Scorpec Destroyers are being shot at here. I play Whirling Onslaught. It's -1 to the wound rolls on them now to the end of the phase. It's the Breachers can see them. So here come their shots. So 4s for hits, rerolling 1s because of the Tech Priest Dominus.
3s.
Okay. So usually 3 to wounds at strength 6, toughness 5, but it's going to be 4s because of Whirling Onslaught here. Just going to try and limit the damage.
Not bad.
Yeah, stop 1 of the dice, but 6 make it through. It's AP -1.
-2.
Oh no, -2. And how many?
6.
Ugh. Now what damage is this going to be?
3 each.
D3. Oh no. So I'm on 5s. Which is not good. They're getting shot to pieces here. Just let it through. Here it comes. So D3 at a time. So 1 wound caused. Another wound caused. And then an auto kill.
Yeah, auto kill, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that's
It's 3. So straight auto kill. Yeah. Another 1 wound caused. And that's it. Unless Aaron wants to come on reroll here.
Yeah, I'll see if you reroll that.
Okay, do you want to use a special... Quick, grab a Patreon. Who's this? It's Bob Along Boy. To help us out. Same result. Okay, no, so just 1 wound caused.
One more left.
Oh, is that right? Yes, here it comes.
Right, off the 2.
And that's enough. That's going to pick off another. Well done. Now, just tracking the number. That's correct. A 1, 3, 3, 1, 2 damage. That's all correct. Half the squad wiped out. Excellent shot allocation here. Really causing trouble for the Scorpec destroyers. Ouch. Right, okay, so eradication ray being fired now from the Tech Priest Dominus.
D3. 3.
3 shots.
Hit on 3s because he moved heavy weapon.
Yep.
Okay.
Where's he going into?
He's going into the...
Scorpec destroyers again?
No.
The Doomstalker. Okay. Yeah, so this is going into the Scorpec destroyers here.
This is strength 7 actually.
3s to wound.
Becomes 4s because of
Whirling Onslaught's still in play, yeah. And that's helped stop that one from coming through. So it's semi-worth playing that stratagem just to try and keep some of the damage away from the Scorpec destroyers here. But it's a big loss to lose half of that squad. Yeah, so I don't think I mentioned it, but it is in the war gear here. Tamim Ra does have a Resurrection Orb, War Scythe as well. And for him, now that can be used on Scorpec destroyers, it can be used on those units, but he's some distance away, so they'll have to try and meet up at some point for a resurrection party. Talking of resurrection, I need to do resurrection protocols here. So 5 pluses. Come on, yes, give me a model back. So 1 model returned to play. So yeah, almost totally forgot about that, but that's added another model back. So we've actually lost 2 out of 6 now instead of half of the squad.
Okay, these 2 dudes here will put their weaponry into the warriors.
Yes, so this is Skitarii Rangers, double 6. Cool, he called them dudes there, and look what they got, double 6 for hits. 1 wound. That's Scorpec destroyers.
No, sorry, it's just warriors.
2 wounds then. Passed because we're in cover. And the rifle's out of range. It's range 24 on the arc rifle. Just the model at the back. Might well be able to get a shot off here. Just gonna have a little look.
Yep.
He's in range, so he can shoot just 1 shot with him, needing a 3, and he's missed. So current situation, firepower across there has been resolved, and here, but Aaron still has the Knight with all of its firepower on his full ballistic skill. And then across here, there's this back line of firepower, all available as well. So tons of heavy guns still available here for the Adeptus Mechanicus. Okay, so the Knight's going to go first here. Thermal Cannon and the Rocket Pod, it's the natural choice, is going to go into the Canoptic Doomstalker. The upside for this thing is it does have a 4+ invuln save. And then there's a melter gun. The only target in range is the Necron Warriors. So Aaron's going to put a shot into them.
Okay, so we'll do the Rocket Pod first. Here.
Yeah, 3 shots, needing 3s.
All hit.
Okay.
Strength 8.
Yes, 3s to wound. 2 wounds come through. 4+ invuln saves. We've passed 1. And I'll hold with the command reroll.
Okay, D6.
D6 damage. 3 average, but it's a good start. Dropping down to 9 wounds immediately on this thing. He's still very much alive. And I think the key point here is going to be this thermal cannon. D6 shots. It's quite an important roll.
Might use a dice here.
It's Chris Heim, H-E-I-M, one of the new Patreons. It's debut roll. 3, it's average. It's okay. At least it's not a 1 or a 2. And they're now looking for hits. Oh dear, the hit rolls are 1s and 2s. Ouch, no hits coming through at all from the thermal cannon. Bit of a hit and miss weapon. It's similar to the Canoptic Doomstalker weapon as well. It's very random.
And then the pointless melter shot.
Melter shot, yeah.
Does hit
hits.
5.
2s for a kill.
Does kill.
Nothing I can do. So we'll take away this guy here, who's the closest. Just seems to be a thing with the D6 weaponry. Yeah. It's just very random. Okay. So the controversial choice. A lot of people have said take the. I was going to call them yes, right. Neutron lasers, not Patreon lasers. So instead, I take the Icarus arrays. It's, you can fight heavy targets with them, or you can go for other targets, medium, heavy armoured infantry, and so on. So we have an all-round firepower available. And on +1, your Canticle's in play. Yeah. So on +1 strength as well. So 3 of these. So it's going to be rinse and repeat 3 times. And we'll see where Aaron decides to shoot. Checking line of sight. I think he can see the Canoptic Doomstalkers, both of them, on the board here. And just going to check range 48. Pretty much for 9th edition covers most of the board. Right, so these two have line of sight to the Canoptic Doomstalker over in that corner. And then...
Of the destroyers.
Oh, the destroyers. Oh. And then this one... This...
The wounded Doomstalker.
Going into Doomstalker. Right, okay. Aaron really wants to take out the destroyers here. So who's going first? Which one?
We'll go into the Doomstalker first.
And try and finish off the Doomstalker. So there's the rocket first. Daedalus rocket launcher, I think it's called.
Daedalus missile launcher. That is a hit. Yep.
Yeah, 3's a miss. But Aaron can reroll because of Belisarius here. And it's still missed, okay. That was the D6 damage weapon.
The Gatling rocket launcher.
Those two.
Oh. Okay, this is strength 7.
Yeah, with the upgrade, so 3's to wind. 1 comes through. And the minus on that one?
2.
Okay, 4 up in 1 save. Passed with that one.
And the autocannon. Rerolling.
Oh no.
So,
-1.
after wound it.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's all.
That's all of them.
Yeah.
Oh boy. -1. Okay. We are No, we're not benefiting from light cover because we moved. So we're going to take 4 up saves here. Saves or in-bun saves. We need to roll well. We've rolled average, so we are going to take 4 damage. Do I come on reroll one of those? 4 damage. Yeah, oh come on reroll. Yep, 4 plus. Yes, we have. We've passed that one. So it's going to be 2 damage taken. So dropping down to 7 wounds left. Damage has been taken, but it's still very much alive here. Right, Aaron.
No, sorry, we'll do this one first.
This one here. He's not going to switch targets. This one is still going to go into the Scorpec destroyers here.
Yep. So missile launcher hits.
Yep.
And wounds.
Okay.
-3.
Okay, we'll take a 6 up save. Failed. This is D6 damage. Oh boy.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, so take the front model off so he can disappear. That was the one that just got back up. He resurrected himself, then had his head blown off by the missile.
Okay, and the 5 shots. Rerolling.
Oh, this is Belisarius directing the firepower here. 3's to wind.
3's to wound. Just the one, -2.
Okay. Passed that one on a 5. That was what we needed. And 5 is what we got.
Autocannon. Rerolling the 2. And 3.
4's to wind. Because of the -1.
Oh, yes, of course.
But that's all gone through. 3 make it through at -1.
Yep.
Okay, 4 ups. That's another whole model slain. So,
The 2 damage each.
yeah, 3 wounds.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, 3 wound models. So it's 1 model slain. So that vehicle's finished firing at them. So I'm going to try and resurrect. No, failed. So those 2 models will remain off the board. There's 2 left from that squad now. So Aaron's destroyed 2/3 of them. We're just checking line of sight here. It's this vehicle here. We're just wondering if it can now see that unit. Yeah, we're saying you can't see now. So we've deliberately taken away the forward models.
So we'll go into the damage Doomstalker then. Is that
Yep,
this one?
that makes sense. So Aaron's going to go into the Doomstalker now.
Okay.
Daedalus misses.
Reroll. Also his call. Still misses.
Okay.
Okay. 5. Reroll those. 3s. 2 at -2.
Okay. 4 up in 1 saves. Just 1 damage a time. Failed both though, dropping down to 5 wounds left. So there's a slight possibility that Aaron can finish this thing off if he rolls well here with the autocannons.
Reroll for Belisarius.
3 have made it through. That's still enough to do it. 3's to wound.
Okay.
1's not made it through, so we will survive. It's just a case of how much damage now.
-1.
4 up in 1 save. Passed 1, failed 1. 2 more wounds taken, dropping down to 3 wounds left. But crucially, Doomstalker's still alive, but it's taken that heavy damage here. So you reckon that shooting phase finished, so now it's down to charges. I think there's only 1.
Yep.
And is he going to go for it?
He will.
Okay. I'm not going to Overwatch, so you're free to make the charge.
Okay.
I reckon it's a 9. Command reroll.
Yes.
Here it comes. 8. Oh, an inch away. Yeah, no, it's definitely a 9 required. Just double checking that. It's certainly a 9 needed, so 8 not quite enough. So the charge has not gone ahead. So both these sides have not collided yet. We're going to have to wait till turn 2. I think we're definitely going to see some close combats taking place in the next turn. Both sides cannot hold back here. Admech need to hold the ground that they've taken, at least, if not push through into the Necrons. The Necrons can't hold back either. They've got to keep going ahead, even though there's an Imperial Knight in front of them and other Adeptus Mechanicus units pushing forwards across the board. I think the Necron Legion must keep pressing on. We'll get a total for points here on turn 1, if Aaron's picked up any.
Don't think there are any.
None. Okay, so turn is finished. Morale, just 1 here, so they're not going to... There's going to be no problem with them. Scorpec Destroyers, yes, they've taken... Lost 4. So just rolled up morale for them. Rolled a 1, so no problem at all. End of turn. We'll go on to the second turn as this battle starts to get underway. Turn 2 coming up for the Necrons. Okay, so movement is complete here for the Necrons. Scorpec Destroyers, they've gone around the back of the building. They've been gravely damaged here. I'm going to try and keep them alive. Remember, there's 5 points value to those if they survive through to the end of the game. They may be able to link up with Tamra for resurrection with the Resurrection Orb. Restoring a wound here and move round to claim this objective, along with Tamra as well. We have to go forwards here as Necron Warriors pushing forwards. They've been augmented by Luminor Xeris, +1 strength for them. They've been blessed by Tamra, so +1 to their hit rolls. And they've also received the Slain model restored again from Luminor Xeris. Luminor Xeris pushing forwards, claiming this objective as well. And then you can see the rest of the Necron army pushing forwards. We'll go around to the other side of the table and cover their movement. So it's one of the great things about 9th edition. You wouldn't have seen this in 8th. Armies clashing and pushing forwards into each other, but it makes for a great fun game here to see the armies closing in so quickly. And it reflects the artwork as well. A lot of the artwork from 40k, armies fighting at close range here. So it's good to see this represented on the tabletop. Warriors pushing forwards, blessed by Tamra. Then Ramses blessed the Tomb Blades. They've moved into the ruin, so they've gone to there. There's some obscuring, or they're a little bit hidden here from the Onaga Dune Crawlers, but I think Aaron, if he wants to shoot at them, he will be able to. We've moved around the corner here and claimed this objective, the Canoptic Doomstalker, and Immortals pushing through. And then we have brought in the Hexmark Destroyer. He is here, turning up just over 9 inches away from the Onaga Doom Crawler, and also the sniper team as well. The idea is he's going to try and ambush and pick off the snipers here from the back of the board, and try to be as much of a menace as possible. We'll go on to shooting phase for the Necrons. I think they need to do well here on turn 2, otherwise they may well be punished when it comes round to the Adeptus Mechanicus turn coming up. So we'll go on to turn 2 shooting now for the Necrons. I think they need to do well, otherwise they may well be punished by the Admech on their turn. We'll go on to shooting phase for the Necrons next. So I'm going to start with him. So we'll do the gauntlet first of all. It hits straight away, and then we're going to try and do mortal wounds. There's 4 models in that unit. We're looking for 6s. Double 6. 2 mortal wounds caused immediately. So 2 models slain. That was pretty good. And now we're going to fire 6 pistol shots to try and pick off the 2 snipers. This ambush is going well. It's 2s to hit, rerolling 1s. It's strength 6. So 2s to wound. 2 1s in there. It's AP -1. Ignores cover. So 5 ups.
5 up, yeah.
Yeah, 5 pluses to try and block. And target eliminated. Okay, well done to him. Hexmark's done his job. He does something in every game. He's not a popular choice for Necron players, but tactically it's proved useful here, getting rid of those snipers. And it's all to try and help Necron characters on the main gun line. Right, so shooting phase here. I'm going to go with the Necron Warriors. It's pretty obvious where the target is. It's going to go after the Imperial Knight. There's 14 wounds to try and strip down. I don't think we can do it, but we'll offload the most effective volley that we can. We've played Disintegration Capacitors, so 6s to hit will cause auto wounds. Let's try and help them out. Protocol of the Vengeful Stars. It's Mephrit Dynasty that we're playing here, so we get both of these directives. So 6s to wound will be an extra AP -1, which may help out a little bit. And then there is directive number 2, within half range, which is this case here, we can ignore cover. Aaron has played Knight of the Cog, giving Shroud Psalm here to this. That's going to be ignored by this unit at least because they're in half range. So your 2 was the same as last time, +1 strength to heavy weapons, yeah, and then Shroud Psalm as well. So Gauls Reapers first. They're strength 5s. It will be 5s to wound with these. So 20 shots with the Gauls Reapers, first of all, needing 2s. So I'm going to take those away. Then the 6s to hit auto wound. Yep. So they come through. It's Mephrit Dynasty. They'll be at -3. So Aaron will get his Invon save. So Aaron will be rotating the Iron Shields. He's going to get a 4+ Invon save anyway. These are hits that have come through. So then we're going to try and wound. Needing 6s. Oh, look at all those 5s. Oh, just the 2. So not as effective as we'd hoped. -2, -3. So this is 4+ Invon save. They're all damage 1. So there's 4 saves. Invon 0, 4+.
Make 2.
Pass 2. Yeah, 2 wounds taken. Gauls Flayers next. 6s to hit will be useful. That was a 1. And there's 1 more dice to roll. So there's the wounds have come through straight away. And then we'll take away the 1s. And then some more 6s would be useful. And there's another 2. So that's rolled over, there's 6. So 6 more at 4+. So picking off some wounds here, but not going to bring the knight down with this volley.
3. 4. Sorry, 2 wounds taken.
Yeah, pass 4. Well done. It's dropping down to 10 wounds left here on the knight. So I'm going to play Talent for Annihilation next. Another command point being spent, down to 2 left for the Necrons. It's the bikers. They're in there. They can see through here against the knight. We're going to try and put a volley from the Tomb Blades into the knight next. So Tomb Blades here. Loads of attacks. Needing 2s because they've been blessed as well. Now Aaron will get cover. So he's going to get a 2-up armor save. There's going to be no AP minus here unless you're rolling 6s to wound. Okay, so there's a load of 6s. So it's a modified wound roll of 6. So we've got to get through to these 6s here to get these mortal wounds. So we're just rooting around for 2s to hit. So we'll take away these 1s first of all. So a good few have missed, but tons and tons of hit here. And then it's 5s to wound. So we're strength 6. There's some more. And there's some more. Okay, so 3 mortal wounds will go through. These 6s will be AP -1.
Okay.
So there'll be 3-up saves, and then there's some 2-up saves here, all these 5s. So a little bit complicated, but I think that's the situation. Those have all failed.
7 5s?
Yes, so 7 5s. These are at 2+. All passed, okay. Then there's 5 at 3+, because they're AP -1.
Field 1.
So just 4 wounds taken. God. So still 6 wounds left on this knight here. It's taking a good while to bring this thing down. Necron's small arms fire. It's chipping the wounds away here, but the knight's still standing. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll go for Ramses and the Tachyon Arrow. So we're going to go for Nathan Skrazuti. 2s for a hit. Yes, it hits. We'll then go for Nicholas Lucas. Patronic dice. 3s to wound. Come on. Yes. Invon save here of 4+. Frank Fafecki. His roll. Debut Patreon. Failed. Uh-oh. Command reroll.
I think it has to be.
No, it's the regular. No, it's D6. No, it's not the relic.
Okay. I think I will anyway.
Okay.
I'm not reusing it.
Come on, reroll. Oh, blast. Blocked. What would the damage have been? I'm not going to use a patronic dice for it, but the damage would have been 4. Would have been a hefty amount of damage being caused. Okay. I'll go. I'm going to fire the Canoptic Doomstalker. Okay, so he's going to put his shots into there, the Flayer as well. We'll just check the range on that. If it's range 13.5, no. So just 2 shots with the Ghouls. 1 hit. 6 to wound, nope. And then D6 shots, quite important here. See if we can finish this night off here. 4 shots, so happy enough with that. Ballistic skill is not affected here by the damage, so it's still going to be 4s to get our hits. And there it is. That's the scary thing here. 4 hits have come through. It's going to be 3s to wound. 2 have wounded. Yeah, we'll leave the wound. If I can get one of these through, I might need to come on. Oh, come on, reroll. Yes. Oh, come on, reroll this wound. It does go through. I've got 1 command point left. 3 invuln saves of 4+. Otherwise, the knight may well go here. Doomstalker may have its revenge. 2 have made it through. 2d6 damage. And that is the end of the night. Doomstalker has claimed him here with 8 wounds being picked off. Does he explode? No. Okay, so Knight has been brought down here, just landing at the foot of the Necron warriors. The Necrons will be glad to see this thing brought down, but it finally succumbs to Necron firepower, finished off by the Canoptic Doomstalker. Okay, so we're going to fight the Necron Immortals around the other side of the table now. In rapid fire, going to go after this Dragoon. 20 shots. -1 though for Incense Clouds. It's going to be 4s for hits. Okay, so we'll take away the misses. Not too bad at all. Strength 5, toughness 6 though. 5s to wound. Utterly horrific. Just 2 make it through. -3, so 6+ invuns I think they get. No, just the 2 wounds caused. Okay, so we've gone to Necron Warriors next. 3 of the Gauls Reapers in range 7.5, so that's going to be an extra AP -1. And ignoring cover as well, so we need to do those separately. And then the rest of the Gauls Reapers are going to go into this model. We're going to try and finish it off if we can. And then we'll go for rapid fire with the Gauls Flayers into the second of the Dragoons. So these first, needing 2s, needing 3s because of your Incense Cloud. So we'll take those 2 away. 5s to wound. A wound comes through, ignoring cover and -3. So 6 up in 1. Okay, so wound picked off. Then the rest, the other 14. This is from the Gauls Reapers. So again, needing 3s because of the -1. Something like that. Then 5s to wound. 1 at -2. No, okay, it's 2 wounds caused, dropping down to 2 wounds left. So that model's not been slain. So now we're looking at Gauls Flayers. Again, needing 3s. And then 5s to wound, strength 4, toughness 6. Those, because of the protocol, AP -3.
Okay.
So these are 6s. Blocked 1. Okay. And then AP -2 on those 2.
No.
Fouled 1.
Okay, so
Alright, so dropping down to 4 wounds left. So failed to bring down either of those 2, causing damage, but both of the Dragoons still alive. So this Canoptic Doomstalker, the Flayer arrays will go into here, or the Twin Gauls Flayer, and then the main gun will go into the lead Dune Crawler. We'll go after that. So 2 shots into the Rangers, both missed. D6 shots now into the Dune Crawler. 6. We'll see if we can get our hits. 4s. Ooh, it's not bad. It's going to be 3s to wound. They're very hit and miss, these things. But now that all of a sudden there's trouble. 4 wounds have come through. 5+ invuln saves, re-rolling 1s. Uh-oh, none. What does that mean? 4d6 damage.
4 ones, please.
I will take that any day. Ooh, what have we got? 9, 10, 12?
Yeah.
Target destroyed.
Yeah.
Gone. Picked it off.
Yep.
Doesn't explode, but pretty good. Doomstalker's picked off one of the Onager Dreamcrawlers, destroyed. So they're so hit and miss, these things. They're incredible models. Full credit to Games Workshop. They're really good sort of War of the Worlds type style with these. But they are very hit and miss. Sometimes they'll just do absolutely nothing. Other times, as you've just seen here, they manage to pick a whole vehicle off with a blistering display of firepower. So you can't rely on them, but they can help, and that help is always welcome when it happens during a game. So I wouldn't say against the run of play, it's been both sides have been firing into each other here, but out of the blue, one of the Doomstalkers has picked off one of the Onager Dune Crawlers. We'll press on. There's a little bit more firepower for the Necrons to come. I'm going to fire the Warden here. I'm going to try and pick off him. So 3s for hits, 2s for wounds. Yeah, the wounds come through. That's actually going to be AP -4.
Okay.
So check to see what kind of save, if any, he's got. He's going to be 2 damage at times. So this Tech Priest, it could be the end of him.
6 up in one.
Does have the 6+ invuln save. Okay, so his starting save is
3+.
so 2+ -4. So that's 6+ invuln save, and then yeah.
Okay. So the 2 6s. Pass 1.
Block 1. Well done.
Okay, and then the 5 up, which he has passed. So
Okay.
taken.
2 damage taken, kept him alive. Well done. Next, I'm going to use Tam and Ra. Going to try and pick off the 2 wounds on the Dragoon. So 3s for hits because of the incense cloud. 4s for wounds. Yeah, a wound comes through. AP -3, so a 6+.
Does it 6?
Well done. Yeah, blocked. Necron's running out of options here. I think all we've got left is the Eldritch Lance here from Illuminor Xeris. So I'm going to fire it up here. We'll go after this Dreamcrawler here. So 2 shots, 2 hits, 3s to wound. Yes. AP -3, so 5+ invuln saves. Blocking 1, D6 damage. And it's 6 wounds caused. Ouch. Okay, so significant damage coming through against this Dreamcrawler here. Okay, so shooting phase finished for the Necrons. No charges to take place for them. We're going to try and hold the line. We'll see what points have been picked up, any morale that needs to be resolved, and we'll finish the turn here for the Necrons. But it's been pretty impressive. The Knight's gone. A Dreamcrawler picked off as well. So Necron firepower's been particularly effective this turn. Okay, so points coming in. Titan Hunter achieved, so 10 points picked up for that. You can't max out on that one unless there's multiple Titan units on the board, but happy enough to get the 10 points for that secondary. While we stand, we fight 2 Necron Warrior Squads, looking healthy enough for now, and the Scorpec Destroyers, they've been bashed hard in this game, so we're just keeping them alive at the back of the table for now at least. And then Purge the Vermin, 2 table quarters clear of enemy units, so 4 points picked up for that. That gives us 14. 5 points for primaries. So 19 points picked up by the Necrons. A healthy enough score from them, but still early stages in this battle. We'll go on to the second turn coming up next for the Adeptus Mechanicus. so on turn 2 here of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Damage has been taken, but still plenty of options here, plenty of units remain. It may well be a case of firing into the Necrons and then trying to disrupt them as much as possible. But again, as we've said before, you can't pull back, got to keep going. Keep the Necrons back, engage them, keep them away from the objectives. There's a big fight here for the centre of the table. I think these two sides have got closer to each other a lot quickly than anticipated here. They've rushed up the table. With Adeptus Mechanicus especially, and Necrons, their advance has been steady up the board here as well. So aggression displayed from both sides. Yeah, he's on the move here. Aaron's moving out aggressively with his units, continuing to take the fight to the Necrons. Looks like he's going to try and disrupt Necron firepower. Let Aaron make his moves. If you like the models here, there's an older Necron tutorial, and then I've done a new painting tutorial for the new Necrons, painting up the Scorpec Lord. That's available on the channel, as you can check that out. If you like the look of the Necrons here, it covers basing, weathering, base colours, washes, highlights, the whole thing covered in that video. Then there is an Adeptus Mechanicus painting tutorial on the channel. It's an older painting tutorial, but that's available. I think it's showing you how to paint one of the Skitari models. And then on the Plus channel, there is an in-depth painting tutorial. It's for painting one of these. So showing you from start to finish how to paint one of the bigger projects, one of the Dune crawlers, covering things like chipping and weathering, basing covered, transfers and so on, all covered in that video. So plenty of resources for you to help you out painting these two factions up. Okay, movement's almost done. Aaron's just deciding, I think he is going to bring them in. It's the infiltrators, but whereabouts to land them. We'll cover the rest of the movement here. So, claim the objective of the character, the Tech Priest engines here, moving around, or moving across first, and then the Rostalkers sweeping through. I knew they'd make this move. They're well positioned tactically here to swing around and go for the assault. So I think they're going to try and crash into the Necron warriors here. Belisarius Court moving the Dune crawlers forwards. Belisarius Court restoring 3 wounds here, so maxing out with his repairs, pushing that Dune crawler back up to 8 wounds. Snipers holding position. And for now, it seems semi-ignoring the Hexmark gunslinger over there in the corner, and then there's some movement around at the other side there. So Breachers pushing forwards, poised to shoot and charge. Infantry have claimed the objective along with the Tech Priest Dominus, and the 2 Dune crawlers have gone through. All the wounds restored on this with the Tech Priest Dominus, and then just the 2 wounds remaining on him. And then across here, the infiltrators have landed on the back line here. Now, you've got engaged on all fronts. So there's a tactical move here as well. Right, okay, so there's the ability to pick up points here. That will actually get you the engage on all fronts, because you need the 3 table quarters. Yeah, okay, so infiltrators have turned up, just staying over 9 inches away from both of these Necron units here. So that's it, movement done. We're going to shooting phase of the Admech next. Okay, we're on shooting phase here. Breaches, they're going to offload all that they have into the Necron warriors. I think Aaron's got a plan to try and grind them down as much as possible. Okay. So 4s for hits.
4s for hits, rerolling 1s because of the
Tech Priest, yep. It's a really good round of shooting. And then it's going to be 3s to wound, strength 6, toughness 4.
Okay.
Okay.
7 minus 2.
7 at minus 2. Yeah, it's just 6s. Save 2. So 5 casualties taken, and then we'll try and reanimate tier on 5s. Oh, sorry. God, just the 1 brought down. Okay, so 1 casualty caused. Should have been a lot more, but crazy dice rolls there with reanimation from the Necron warriors. Rangers, again going into the Necron warriors, I believe.
So they're rapid fire range now.
Yep.
Rerolling 1s, Tech Priest.
4 hit.
3 wounds.
3 wounds. That 6 is an AP -1. So we'll take a 5+ on that one. Failed, and then 2 4-ups. Failed both of those, not in any kind of cover, and then we'll try and resurrect again. And we've resurrected 2 of them. Crazy. It's one of the strong unit choices for Necrons. Large units of Necron warriors, they are quite difficult. They're pretty tough to try and get through here. So firepower, the wounds are getting through, but a lot of the Necrons rising back to their mechanical feet again.
Let's see, we'll go for the Tech Priest Dominus Eradication Array into the Warriors.
Into the Warriors again. Yep.
So 3-3, just the one.
3s.
Hits. Doesn't wound.
No.
Toughness in those guys?
Toughness 4.
Just for no.
No, it doesn't wound. Okay. That's much the firepower on that flank complete. So switching over here. There's a fair bit of firepower missing now. The Knight's gone, one of the Dune Crawlers away, and one of the sniper teams removed. Necrons have cut the Admech firepower down. Sensing a grudge growing, continuing to grow between these two armies here.
Right. These are the two snipers I think I'll put into the Warden.
Yes, you can be seen. Yes, so it's firing through into the window just there. And then these, yeah, they're going to go into the Warriors.
Okay, so this is the Arquebus.
Yeah, sniper shots.
They are within 6 of your man.
Oh, yes, could be in range of Belisarius' call. We'll just check here. The edge of the base is just around there. Yes, in range. So Aaron can re-roll the dice.
Which becomes a 1. Okay.
3s to wound.
3s to wound. There's a wound.
And a mortal wound.
And warp wound, yes.
Yeah, so try and make our save. We pass, but we do take the mortal wound. So 1 wound caused there on the Warden. Yeah, next 3 shots from galvanic rifles. Need 3s.
Rerolling.
4s.
4 wound.
And a 4-up save. Failed. Necron Warrior destroyed. Yep, he's gone. So we'll take away this one here.
Okay.
Right, Atomizer, here it comes. Aaron does have a weapon to try and pick off the hex mark. Quick, duck.
1 shot.
All right, that's right. That's a number of shots. Right, okay, so here it comes. Could this be a Patronic dice? Too late.
No.
It's got the hit, though.
It does hit. Strength 10.
2s to wound, then. No. Reroll.
No.
No, he's escaped. Hexmark Destroyer, the gunslinger from the warp. Right, so a chance now to pick off this Doomstalker here. So on a good Dune Crawler, this one here first of all.
Okay, so missile launcher. Hits.
Hits this time.
Strength 8.
3s to wound. Wound comes through. This could be enough to finish this thing off. 4+ Invon save. Passed. Yes. Next, Gatling rocket launcher.
Rerolling.
Yeah, this is Belisarius' call, so 4 hits.
1 wound.
1 wound.
2.
Fail, or passed, sorry, on a 5. So Invon save holds again.
All hit. Oh, no, sorry. Reroll that. 3 hit with the autocannon.
3s to wound.
1 wound.
1 comes through. Failed. 2 damage. Oh. Do we command reroll? No, we'll leave it. I've got 1 command point left. I don't want to be left with none for whatever reason, so we'll take the damage. There's 2 wounds left on the Canoptic Doomstalker. Right, Aaron's determined to try and bring this thing down, so he's going to fire the other Dune Crawler at it here. So the rocket hits, should be able to do it, just needs 2 wounds. Wound comes through. This could be it. Let's roll a 4+. 4. Passed again. Moving on. Gatling rocket launcher.
Reroll the misses.
So 4s to wound, strength 6, toughness 6. Strength 7. 3s to wound. They've all wounded.
-2.
4+ Invon save. Failed. Destroyed. So that's the end of that. I don't think it explodes. I'll roll dice to see if we get a 6. We don't, but I don't think it does explode. It counts as a monster. But Doomstalker destroyed. So Aaron firing here, playing Wrath of Mars and Conqueror Doctrine Imperative. So +1 to hit rolls, 6s are pop mortal wounds. Can't target the plasma site, but he's going to go after the Scorpec destroyers. If they're destroyed, the plasma site will auto die anyway. So here come 25 dice at a time, 50 shots in total.
Okay.
2s for hits.
Okay.
Yep. 5 swoons. It's strength 3, toughness 5.
Right, so I've got 3 mortal wounds already, plus 2 more.
So I'll do 5 saves. We're borderline alive. 1 wound left.
Okay.
So all you're doing is just searching for a mortal wound, and you've done it. So next 25 shots.
Okay, take the ones out.
It's a brilliant combo. I wonder if this will still remain when the admech get the new codex, but it'll probably be changed, so Aaron making good use of it. Yeah, destroyed. I'm just going to take that off because it's not going to have any more significance in the game. Scorpec destroyers are gone. It's going to deny the Necrons 5 points. That unit's been destroyed. For while we stand, we fight, so it's a good move. And Aaron now has a menacing unit in the back line of the Necron army. And with that, shooting is finished. The infiltrators now find themselves some distance away from Necron units, so they'll not be able to charge this turn. But Aaron does have other units. The Ruststalkers poised to charge the Necron gun line. Breachers as well. The 2 Dragoons, so lots of charges and combats to take place. Charges coming up next. Okay, charges taking place, all gone according to plan. Apart from here, Snake Eyes rolled. Aaron used his last command reroll, or last command point used up to get the charge. It did go ahead, so plunging into the Necron Warriors. These 2 units charged first, the Dragoons, to shut down the Doomstalker, so both of them made it in, no problem. And the Ruststalkers are 4 rolled, so they've made it into combat, but there's still some distance for them to move in. A bit of piling move will help more models get into contact. We brought 2 of them down with Overwatch and put a wound on another, so 8 of them now in that unit. But multiple combats here. Necrons have no command points left. Aaron is free to attack first with all of his charging units. So, 18 attacks for the Breachers. Now we have the Omniscient Mask, but it's for Skitara units only, so no rerolls available here for that relic. Because the Breachers are Cult Mechanicus keywords, they don't get it. But Aaron's rolled well enough here. So what are you on 5s to hit then? Weapon skill?
Because of the weapon.
Ah, hydraulic claws. I gotcha.
Okay, so these are strength 10, minus 1.
Okay, great. 2s.
Okay.
1's fouled.
Minus 7.
7 at minus 1. 5 pluses. Done. And then we'll roll our resurrection. 5 dead. So casualties removed. 7 casualties taken in total. So there'll be the possibility of morale problems for that Necron unit. Here.
So we'll do these 2 together into the...
Yeah, may as well. No problem at all.
So these are 3s. And rolls. And
Okay.
5s. But 6s are a mortal wound. So nothing.
Yeah, no, it's strength 8. Yes. So 2 have made it through. And they're minus 1.
They are.
And they're 2 damage. 4 plus in 1 save. 2 3s. So 4 wounds taken. So Ruststalkers fighting next. It's good to see them in action here against the Necron gun line. So this is the Transonic Blades.
Okay.
Needing 3s.
They've all hit except for 1.
They're up for the fight.
Okay, this is strength 5 with the blades? Or is it the razor?
Or Transonic Razors, yes.
Yeah, okay, so
So,
strength 4.
yeah, strength 4. So 4's to wounds, 6 are mortal wounds instead of the normal damage. So those 2 go straight through.
Okay, and then 4 more.
4 more. And no minus with these.
Nope.
Fouled 3. So 5 dead so far.
Okay. What for?
Then Cord Claws. Now if Aaron can roll well with these here, so looking for hits first. Yeah. And then 6s will be very, very helpful. There's 1. So a save first of all on the other wound that came through, that's fouled, so that's 6 casualties taken, and then D3 mortal wounds for that 6.
Okay.
Just the 1. Alright, so 7 casualties caused. 5 plus 2 a resurrect. 6 casualties taken. So Necron Warrior squad's taking a battering, models removed from play, 7 casualties from each of these 2 squads here. But Aaron has made all of his attacks. Necrons can fight back now with their units. So fighting back with the Necron Warriors here, 13 attacks, all the models are in. After the piling move, looking for 2s because they've been blessed previously. It's all of them except 1. And then we're going to go for 3s to wound. No minus here. 7 saves to make of 4+. Five wounds taken. Ruststalker's taking damage here. So a real battle for the centre of the table here. These two units locked together, but Necron's fighting back, bringing a few of the Ruststalkers down. Okay, so Necron Warriors fighting here. 11 of them. After the pilot move, 2 of them can't fight too far away, but we'll do 11 attacks of the others. These have been blessed as well, so 2s for hits against the breaches. I think we're going to have 5s to wound these things.
Yeah,
yeah. A wound. 3+ armor save. A wound taken, but they're tough. They'll absorb that damage, no problem. We'll do 3 attacks with the Doomstalker into the damaged 666. Dear. 3s to wound. I think we actually might be strength 6 here. Yes, only 1 wound is strength 6. Aaron's toughness 6. And pass on a 4. No damage coming through despite the 666 to hit. Okay, so combat's, I think, resolved here. And the turn comes to an end as the Adeptus Mechanicus battle as hard as they can against the relentless march of the Necrons. Yeah, okay, so points tally here. Morale's been done first of all. Necron Warriors rolled low for them, both units, so no morale issues for them. The Ruststalkers here passed their morale, no problem as well. So no morale issues for either side. Points been picked up then. A full 3 points for engaging all fronts for Aaron. He's got 4 table quarters with models or units in. 1, 2, 3, and then across the other side there for the Dragoons. Well done. Points picked up for that. Plus the 5 points as well for controlling 2 objectives at the start of the command phase. 8 points here for the Adeptus Mechanicus, but Necron's ahead by a fair bit. They're on 19 points, so a good number of points being picked up by them at this stage. Aaron can pick up more points if he can break through the Necron line and get through to characters. He can max out with that secondary, looking quite tough at this stage. Engaging all fronts, points can continue to flow in for that. Grind them down is a tricky one. You need to destroy more enemy units than casualties taken by yourself, so it's an awkward one. But to stand a chance in this game, Admech need to kind of hold their ground here to keep the Necrons back and not let these primary objectives fall to Tamra's marching Legion. I said Legion. Who's Legion? Legion. Sorry. So we'll end the turn here and we'll go on to turn 3, the middle stage of the game for the Necrons here. I think the momentum is with them. They need to figure out what to do about being in contact though, in close combat. But I think the Necrons may be able to cope with that okay, because our next card, predicting that I might need it on turn 3, is the ability to fall back with -1 to the hit rolls. So those Necron units, if they're within range of the HQ choices, we'll be able to pull back at -1 to the hit rolls. So Necrons do have a plan to compensate for being locked in close combat. Go on to the 3rd turn now for the Necrons coming up next. Okay, movement complete for the Necrons here. So, a fair bit goes on in the command phase. So what we've done is the protocol unit's been able to pull back. So we've pulled back with this unit, been -1 to the hit rolls, but then we've given them +1 to the hit rolls back again for Tamra, blessing them. Then Illuminor Xeris restored a model back to this unit as well. He's then augmented this unit of Necron Warriors, given them +1 toughness, and restored 2 models to play for that unit because he can use his Rites of Reanimation ability twice in the turn. It's D3 models being restored when it comes to Necron Warriors. Tamra happy to hold position and claim this objective to try and deal with the infiltrators who've swung the Tomb Blades around, and they've got themselves within half range, so it'll be AP -1 for their shots when they come through. Aaron's rolled up his Canticles. Shroud's arm again, so for this entire game his armor's received the benefit of light cover, which is very, very useful. And then reroll hit rolls of 1 in close combat. In the shooting phase is the other Canticle. Then across here, Necron Warriors, they've used the ability from the Warden. The Warden's moved out to here, so being able to fall back from close combat unit within 9, there's no minus to hit rolls for them. They've not been blessed though, as Ramses, who's moved out here, he blessed the Tomb Blades here, giving them +1 to the hit rolls. Claiming hold on to the objective, Immortals backing up the Necron warrior line as well. And all we can do really is just pull out of close combat here with the Canoptic Doomstalker, and a wound being restored of living metal, so up to 9 wounds now with that. Necrons struggling more on this flank, looking stronger across here, but we'll go on to shooting phase for the Necrons, a chance for another round of some deadly firepower from them. So Necron Warriors firing here, everything they have to try and bring down and the Ruststalkers. This is Gore's Reapers. So we're on 3s now. -1 for pulling back, and then +1 because of the blessing from Tamara. 3s to wound with the Reapers here. Right, 6 come through, -3, and we'll take 6+ invad save here. Passed with 2. Okay, 2 models slain. Then we've got 10 shots with regular Gore's Flayers. Lots of missed, 3s to wound. 2 wounds come through, -2, so 2 saves, 6+. Double one, okay, so another model slain.
Yep.
Okay, 2 models left. I'll see if the Warden can finish them off. He's at rapid fire, so we'll go for 6 shots to try and get rid of these. So 3s. Do you know what? I think it's 2s to wound. It's strength 6. 2s to wound. They're all wounded. It's damage 2 each time. This is going to hurt here. -3. 6s to block. Ugh, no, Warden's picked them off. Destroyed. So the Warden, not always a popular choice for Necron players, but usually pays for his points here with the Relic Conduit of Stars weapon. 6 shots it gets at rapid fire and damage 2. It's a very useful weapon. Plus the tactical ability that he has to help units pull back. So the Warden's a welcome character here in this Necron list. But Necron's clearing their way. Still plenty of firepower to come. Alright, so Tomb Blades then with their firepower. It's going to be, they've been blessed, so it's going to be 2s for hits here. And 2s to wound, because they're strength 6 with their particle beamers. So we're going to take away the 1s, which there's a few. That's it, the rest have hit, and then it's going to be 2s to wound. So there's those. And those, and again taking away the 1s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 26 wounds at -1.
4,
5, 26. Okay.
-1.
So 5 ups. All but Shroud some.
We're up again.
Yeah, back up to 4. Now that's going to be very, very helpful. That's going to make a big difference. So the 4 pluses will be saves. It's going to help a bit.
2, 3, 4,
5, that's half the unit.
6,
7. 7 models slain. Ouch. So target not destroyed, but certainly cutting down the efficiency of that unit. Then there'll be morale problems as well a bit later on. Press on, more firepower to come. Yeah, so we're going to go to this Necron Warrior squad. We're playing Talent for Annihilation, so the 6 is for mortal wounds, here to wound, and we're going to offload their shots. They're going to be 3s to hit. They were helped, they fell back with the Warden's help, so they're going to fire at normal ballistic skill, and they're going to go into the breaches here. So this is the Reapers, needing 3s. It's not bad at all. Strength 5, toughness 5, 4s to wound. So taking away the ones that have failed. The scary bit is that this is AP -3 with these.
2 6s.
Yeah.
So that's 2 mortal wounds already.
Oh yes, thank you. Yes, because of the Talent for Annihilation. So that slays a model.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then is it in addition?
In addition, yes. 7 at -3.
Okay, 1 and 2 wounds.
Okay, so another model slain and then 2 wounds on another. And then we've got the Gore's Flayers to come next. So 10 shots. In 3s. 5s to win though with these. Yeah, 2 come through. AP -2 in total because of Mefrit Dynasty.
So 1 kill 1.
Oh, look at this. That's that 3rd mortal wound as well.
Okay, so 1 wound and...
Model slain. Right, okay, so that's that result there. Okay, we're going to offload the Immortals into here as well. So 20 shots from them. Just need to keep going into those breaches, I think, just to grind them down. So that's all of these. These haven't been blessed. Normal ballistic skill, 3+. They're firing. Oh, yeah, look at this. That's pretty efficient firepower. These are strength 5 as well. It scores blasters being used, so 4s for wounds. And these are AP -3 as well. Ouch. 9. Here. Breaches. God, they're taking point blank range volleys here from multiple ranks of Necron infantry units.
1, 2, 3. They're gone.
They're gone. They've been wiped out here. Necrons stacking up the ranks of their legion here and blasting away the Cataphron breaches. That's nasty stuff for the Necrons. Illuminor Xeris will go for Eldritch Lance, try and pick off one of these Dragoons if we can. D3 shots. It's 2 shots. 1 hit comes through. 3's for a wound. It does wound. A 6+ Invuln save.
Yep. Nope.
No, it goes through. So I'm rolling up my damage. 2 or more. Yeah, 5 wounds caused. Alright, so it might explode, possibly.
They do.
They do explode, yeah. If Aaron rolls a 6, no, alright, but Dragoon gone. Yeah, 10 mirage shots. Going to go across here. Needing 2s. Sorry, needing 3s. 222. Failed. So shooty phase finished. Oh, no. The Root and Tootin' Gunslinger. He's going to fire. So, just going to check the range of the gauntlet here. I think it's range 12, so that may well be out of range. Yeah, so I'll fire across there with the gauntlet. So it's an auto hit, and then it's a 6 to cause a mortal wound. That's it. So that's him done. And then you're going to do the 6 shots into the small squad here of the Skitarii Rangers. So, 2s for hits. 2s to wound. 6 out of 6. AP -1. Ignoring cover as well. So it's going to be 5s. Block 2. They're gunned down. He's really made up his points here. 75 points, this model. He's picked off a sniper team, and now he's picked off a small squad of Skitarii Rangers. He's the lone gunman. He really is on his own. The lone gunman, but with 6 arms. Yes, that's it. Just talk about the Hexmark Destroyer here. He's quite a useful tactical unit here, and his firepower's been pretty good. Against the right target, light infantry, pretty good. Shooting phase is finished for the Necrons here, as their damage output has been quite significant this turn. I'm looking around. There's no charges. Turn's going to finish here for the Necrons. We'll see what kind of points they're on. So Necron turn comes to an end. There's no morale issues here, so we'll move on. There's no charges to take place. Points been picked up. No Purge the Vermin. Aaron does have units in all 4 table quarters at this point. While we stand we fight, the 2 Necron warrior squads look strong enough at this point in the game. So just the 15 points being picked up here from the command phase. That's for primaries. Necrons at the start of the turn were holding on to 3 out of the 5 objectives. Turns finished for the Necrons here. We'll go on to turn 3 of the Adeptus Mechanicus, but options becoming limited for them here, and the Necron Legion looking solid at this point in the game. We'll go on to turn 3 of the Admech next. It's very tricky at this point in the game. The main battle line that advanced here is virtually gone. So Darren's got a couple of characters holding on to objectives, but he knows they're pretty much doomed. He can't send out units to help them out. There is elements of a gun line here at the back. They'll continue with their firepower, but Necron's dominating the centre of the table. Aaron has a few units here and there, but it's, I think, Aaron conceding here that the Necrons have this fight. But we'll press on. We'll see what kind of damage can be done here on turn 3 for the Adeptus Mechanicus. We've been talking about the Admech army. We said at the beginning of the game, leave your comments and suggestions. I've just been flicking through the brochure here for Admech units. Whether to commit to new units or not, because you're awaiting new codex, that could change things around. But definitely eyes on some of the new models. And I have to say, the stuff that Games Workshop have produced, these models are incredible. They're beautiful stuff. The cavalry, fantastic, even just to add to the collection here for the Admech. Some fantastic units. Talking about these, sterilizers may well be a very useful unit to have as an option to deep strike in. Saying here for the Necrons, they can get themselves in trouble when units of Necron Warriors are wiped out and destroyed. It creates big holes in the line for them. So we're talking about units that can output a lot of firepower to bring down medium and light infantry. And Sterilizers would be one of those kind of units that can get those auto hits, range 12 flamers, bit of AP minus, enough to bring down units and models such as Necron Warriors, something like that. But the cogs are turning in our mechanical brains, aren't they, Aaron, as we try and formulate what to do with the Adeptus Mechanicus here for future battles. But they're learning lessons for sure. Detailed reports will be written here with this encounter against the Necrons. So movement phase is complete here. Aaron's done his move, so moving across here with the single remaining infiltrator. Morale was failed last turn, so model slain, and then a 2 was rolled, so another one gone. Just a squad leader left, the Alpha. Then holding position here with the gun line at the back. Holding position here with this character on top of the objective. Attack Priest Dominus holding on to the other objective. And then the Dragoon preparing for a second charge. Yes, that wound removed from there. All the wounds removed. Belisarius Call restoring the Dune Crawler back to its full health. Shooting phase next. So eradication ray, it's going to go into the Canoptic Doomstalker.
3 shots.
Yep. 3s.
He does reroll 1s.
Okay.
Okay, and this is strength 6. So
Forced wound.
Nothing.
Nothing from him. So transonic arquebus weapons going into Luminor Xeris. They can see the tip of his spear.
Yeah, and the rest of the shots into the warriors.
Yes, from the galvanic rifles.
Okay, so the arquebus, 2 hits.
2 hits.
1 wound.
1 wound comes through. At AP minus 2. As time ebbs away, I'm going to use a Patronic dice. So I'm saving these 2 ones here. The Paul Cook and Ray Cross dice are pretty good from other games. I'll save. No, I'll save it. Sorry. So what am I doing? I'm trying to save on a normal Xenos dice. Failed. So D3 damage.
Just 3.
3 wounds taken.
Rifles.
Yeah, 3 rifles now.
Reroll the fails because.
Yeah, Belisarius, yeah. They've all hit their target, yeah. Forced wound.
2 wounds.
One's at -1. Sam rolled 6, so that's failed. And failed with that one. 2 warriors slain, maybe not. No, definitely dead. So 2 casualties taken on those.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah, Belisarius Call, he might be able to go against the gunslinger here.
Okay.
A posse's been sent out to take down this cowboy.
D6 or D3, it is D3, so 2 shots.
2 shots, the solar atomizer.
Both hit.
Oh,
Both wounded.
AP minus, ouch, it's going to be something nasty.
4.
I'm in cover. Yes.
Yeah.
And then the next question is, what's the damage?
D3.
D3. I'm going to try and keep the gunslinger alive. I'm going to use 2 Patronic dice. Ray Cross and Paul Cook. Just need 1 6 from one of these guys, and we'll keep we'll keep this outlaw alive. So the first chance, this is Paul Cook. Give me a 6. Ray Cross, come on. No. Can't command reroll. Got no dice left.
Okay.
No command points left.
Well, I'm gonna...
No, don't. Oh, no, he's going to use Patronic dice to bring him down. So it's Longbow BB, a debut roll on the channel. Looking for D3 damage.
Okay.
2 wounds taken. Very, very good. And then this is Lucas Becker, another debut here. Can he get a 5 or 6? No. So that means he's going to live. He's a 5 wound model.
I'm going to see if you reroll that.
He's going to come on reroll. Another chance for Lucas Becker.
No.
Okay, 3 wounds taken. Cannot believe he's still alive. What a pain. What a pain. He's living metal as well, so he can start repairing himself of that damage coming through. Right, on a good Dune Crawlers next.
Yeah.
Right, so they're going to lower their guns and they're going to offload into the warriors here. So this one firing first, everything into the Necron warriors.
Missile hits.
Missile hits the target.
Missile wounds.
AP, I'm going to roll my save, but I think it's AP minus pretty good. No, it's gone straight through. So warriors slain. We'll take this one here.
Okay. Missile launcher. Rerolling these two.
This is the Gatling rocket launcher. 3's to wound.
Just the one, -2.
Fouled. There's another one slain.
Okay, the other cannon.
Auto cannon next.
Reroll 2, all hit.
Yeah, rerolling a 3. 4 hit, this is very good. 2's to wound.
All wounded, -1.
It's 4 slain. Good shooting. See, they can lower their guns to pick on infantry targets. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So then you finish firing at them, so I'm going to try and resurrect. Need 5s. Rerolling 1s because they're Necron warriors. 1 gets back up, but heavy damage taken from the Dune Crawlers there. So our model restored.
Second Dune Crawler, same thing.
Same target.
Yeah.
Okay, this is good shooting here.
So the rocket reroll because of Belisarius Call is a miss.
Okay.
Okay, and Gatling. Reroll everything.
2, 3 hits.
3 hits.
3's to wound.
No wounds.
Nothing coming through that one.
Auto cannon. All hit.
2's to wound.
4 wounds.
Yes, remember I'm getting the extra +1 strength here for the Canticle in play. Yeah, so fouled 2. There's 2 casualties taken. So we'll go with those 2. So I'm going to try and resurrect them. And resurrect one of them, so we'll put 1 back on. Just to there. But heavy casualties coming through here on this Necron Warrior squad. So last of the firepower here. 5 shots from a Flechette blaster. To the Tomb Blades.
He's 3s, yeah.
Oh, I think you're on 6s to wound. Ha! 666. And fouled, a wound taken, but past 2. Alright, so shooting phase finished. We'll go on to charges next, the Adeptus Mechanicus. So our model restored.
Second Dune Crawler, same thing.
Same target.
Yeah.
Okay, this is good shooting here.
So the rocket reroll because of Belisarius Call is a miss.
Okay.
Okay, and Gatling. Reroll everything.
2, 3 hits.
3 hits.
3's to wound.
No wounds.
Nothing coming through that one.
Auto cannon. All hit.
2's to wound.
4 wounds.
Yes, remember I'm getting the extra +1 strength here for the Canticle in play. Yeah, so fouled 2. There's 2 casualties taken. So we'll go with those 2. So I'm going to try and resurrect them. And resurrect one of them, so we'll put 1 back on. Just to there. But heavy casualties coming through here on this Necron Warrior squad. So last of the firepower here. 5 shots from a Flechette blaster. To the Tomb Blades.
He's 3s, yeah.
Oh, I think you're on 6s to wound. Ha! 666. And fouled, a wound taken, but past 2. Alright, so shooting phase finished. We'll go on to charges next, the Adeptus Mechanicus. Yeah, 2 charges have taken place. The Dragoon's gone in for the second time against the Doomstalker, and then here a tactical move with the Infiltrator squad leader to try and tap out the Tomb Blaze to shut their firepower down. If it can survive, it should be able to. Tomb Blaze just get 1 attack each. So you're free to...
Okay, we'll do the Infiltrator first. 3 attacks.
Okay.
Hitting on 3s. Okay, this is coming in at strength 6.
4's for a wound. No, it's a 3. Okay. And then the Dragoon across the other side, slamming into the Doomstalker.
3 attacks. 3 hits,
All hit.
I think, yeah.
3's to wound.
2 hits.
-1, so take 4 plus invuln save. Past 1, so straight 2 damage.
Yep,
Yeah. 2 wounds taken. So Doomstalker's made his attacks, no hits coming through. Trying to attack here. Just the one wound caused. Looks like he's going to disrupt this unit. Wound taken on the infiltrator. So combat's resolved here. Success though for Aaron, disrupting the Tomb Blades. That'll shut their firepower down. Bit of morale to resolve. And we'll see what points have been picked up here by the Adeptus Mechanicus. Okay, so morale resolved. Necron Warriors failing their morale, models slain, and they rolled 3 1s and 2s for them. It's just 2 models remain from that squad. They've almost been destroyed. But Necrons, again, will be able to make an attempt to resurrect it. I think I've got I haven't used it yet. Resurrection Orb.
No.
Oh.
Just half the unit come back.
Okay. The points then being picked up, all 4 table quarters.
Actually, I made an error and moved them out, so it's only 3 table quarters.
The charge. Okay, but it's worth shutting down that unit. Yeah, it's just a trade-off. 2 points picked up then for engaging all fronts. Grind them down, no. Assassinate,
Nope.
no. Necrons have shielded their characters. So that gives Aaron 10 points to 34 for the Necrons. They've picked up a big total here. And as we go on to turn 4, Necrons should be able to pick up a lot more points as well. Turn 3 finished for the Adeptus Mechanicus. We're going to turn 4 for the Necrons. This will be the point, I think, where the Admech will be broken. Okay, so turn 4 here for the Necrons. 15 points picked up again for controlled objectives. Again, a fair bit going on here in the command phase. So the protocol was an extra wound being restored for Protocol of the Undying Legions. So additional wound recovered for living metals. 2 wounds being restored on Luminor Xerus. The Gunslinger, the Hexmark Destroyer, 2 wounds restored on him. 2 wounds being restored on the Canoptic Doomstalker as well. Then Temerar blessed this unit of Necron Warriors, activated his Resurrection Orb, resurrected a load of those, and then 2 being restored by Luminor Xerus as well. So the 2 working together to build up this Necron Warrior squad up to about half strength. Luminor Xerus, before the Necron Warriors moved off, restoring some models to the Necron Warrior squad across the other side. You can see Ramses heading off in this direction to try and purge and clear away the Admech resistance. Tomb Blades have pulled out of close combat and have headed off. They've landed in the ruin just here. And then taking the Relic Gauze Blaster here, Conduit of Stars, the Warden lining up at rapid fire to try and pick off the lone infiltrator. So Necron's trying to pick up points to purge the vermin here, so we need to clear out table quarters to free up points for that. Movement's done. Shooting phase next. So we go Hexmark Destroyer. He's going to pick on this infantry squad here now. So it's an auto hit, and then it's a dice for every model in the squad. So it's 5 dice needed 6s. Yeah, picked one off. Mortal wound caused. And then we'll try and use our pistols on the others. 6 shots. He rerolls 1s, would you believe? So he gets all of his hits. He's on 2s to wound. All wounded except 1. AP -1, ignores cover, so 5+ armour saves.
Gone?
No, gone. He's just picked off another squad. Hexmark Destroyer has been a terror here in the shadows. Aaron has tried to deal with him. Belisarius Call's been trying to pick him off with an atomizer, but he's been evading destruction here and happy just to pick off units and really harass the Adeptus Mechanicus backlines here, but he's picked off the 2nd unit of snipers. So I'm going to go for Eldritch Lance next. D3 shots. 2 shots. 3s to hit. 2 hits come through. 2 wounds come through. Important invuln saves here.
Make what?
Blocked on. Well done. D6 damage. Yeah. 6 wounds taken. So I'm going to use the Necron Warriors here. All equipped with the Gauze Reapers. We're going to fire into this Dune Crawler, not expecting it to drop down to 5 wounds. So we'll try and take the opportunity here and play Talent for Annihilation. 18 shots from 9 of these models. Then 2s because they've been blessed. 5s to wound. 6s will be particularly useful. There's 2. So 2 mortal wounds caused. And then saves here at -2. 6 of them. 7 of them. Got him.
Yep.
Vehicle destroyed. Does he explode?
Nope.
It doesn't. Okay. But another of the Dune Crawlers gone. Yeah, so the rest of the shooting phase has been resolved. We did pick off the Infiltrator. He's been cleared away. That's firepower coming from the Warden. Necron Warriors, just about all of their firepower. Aaron on a 2-up armor save, then +1 for Shroud's Arm. But Necron AP -3, -2 coming through brought down the Tech Priest Dominus. He's gone. And then the Immortals fired. And yes, picked off some wounds from the Dragoon, but they're quite difficult to deal with. Their toughness helping out there against the Immortals. Firepower coming through. We think the game's over here. There's not much left. Adeptus Mechanicus is planning to charge these into here to claim this objective. That objective's been cleared, so there's no points going to be picked up for primaries here. And the final insult, the gunslinger was going to charge into this to tap out the vehicle to stop it from firing next turn as well. Necrons have been a menace in this battle. They've proved difficult to bring down. Damage has been caused, but they've been feeding models back in to the units, restoring wounds, and so as their strength is sapped away, they've been restoring it again. But AdMech, they have the ability to restore wounds, but just not been able to cope with the Necron firepower here in this fight. So Necrons have victory. We'll give you a final total as the game stands, so we can theorise about the other points that would flow in, but Necrons do have a clear victory here in this fight. Yeah, it's just totaling up a score. At the end of this turn, the points picked up for the Necrons. Purge the Vermin from 2 table quarters. That one over there, and this one across here. So 4 points picked up for that. Then, remember, the 15 points picked up on turn 4 as well for the primaries. And that's it. So that gives us a total of 63 points to the Necrons. On turn 5, if the game had carried on, would have picked up another 10 points for primaries, maxing that out to 45, and then Purge the Vermin. We reckon Necrons would have picked up these 2 table quarters again and would have cleared that table quarter. So 6 points picked up for that, maxing out that secondary as well. Adding on the While We Stand, We Fight, 79 points for the Necrons, compared to 15 points for the Adeptus Mechanicus. Just being starved off of the primary objectives, that stopped many of the points from flowing in, and then struggling here with Assassinate. Aaron could have maxed out on that, but couldn't get through to the characters in the end, and then grind them down. It was difficult trying to destroy more units than the Necrons. So just the 5 points picked up for engaging all fronts, and then the 2 lots of 5 for primary objectives on battle round 2 and 3. So 79 points to 15, the final score. Is a slaughter here. Necrons have dealt mercilessly with the Adeptus Mechanicus. The grudge continues here. The purity of the machine against the defilement of the Necron Legion here. But Necrons have the last laugh in this fight. Taman Ra's Necron force is victorious. But good battle though, this one. Brutal fighting between these two sides. Aaron's browsing through the unit options as well for the Adeptus Mechanicus. We've got to tread carefully. Obviously, new codex on the way at some point. It could be a long way away. Not sure of the order that Games Workshop will be bringing new codexes in, but it's definitely eyes on the new sculpts from Games Workshop for the Adeptus Mechanicus. Some fantastic models. Leave your comments in the comment section below as this AdMech army shapes and forms. I don't think there's panic for them really. There's some very strong units for them, but definitely some units to try out. May well help the AdMech as they prepare to enter into our Season 9 battle reports. So the game's over. Be sure to check out the battle reports on YouTube and then over on the Plus channel as well. At the end of the battle, we'll mention the silver level patrons. So that is Caleb, Darren Gardner, Denny Wright, Maxfield Knuckles, My Shield is Disgust, Peter Goodall, and TC. So big thanks to them for their support at silver level. Thanks also to those supporting at gold level as well. And you can check out the end credits for those supporting at bronze level. We'll talk about units of the game next as the battle comes to an end. All right, so units of the game for both sides. Honourable mention from Aaron for the Dragoons. Useful for tapping units out and harassing the enemy line, trying to slow units down, which they did do during the game. They were a menace to the Necrons over on that flank. But he's going to give it to the Dune Crawlers here. Just consistent firepower from them. Their output of damage was pretty good. Quite reliable, especially with Belisarius Call nearby to help with the rerolls. For the Necrons, honourable mention to Luminor Xerus did well. Hard work from him, augmenting, repairing, restoring models. Necron Warrior units, was solid throughout the game. The firepower was blistering at times, but I think, and even the Canoptic Doomstalkers, they had their moments in the battle. But I've got to give it to the Gunslinger here, and I think with his efforts in this battle, wiping out 3 units he managed to pick off with his pistols and harassed the Adeptus Mechanicus backline single-handedly. I think after all that, he needs a name. So comment section below, name the Gunslinger, the Hexmark Destroyer, another character to add to the channel here. Great game. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time.